Today is November 20th, 2022, and I'm here with World War II veteran Arnold Joers. Arnold, were you drafted or did you enlist?
You what?
Did you get drafted or did you enlist?
I enlist. I enlisted in college, and I enlisted when I was at Bloomington, and I enlisted, and it took about I don't know, a couple of months, and then they picked me, and so I was a GI, and they sent me to New Orleans, and that's where I took my training for outdoor training. None of this, and then from there I went to I kind of washed out for about 4 months. I got back in, and I went to a typewriting school, and then they called me back again, and they sent me. I went to one of the fields out in the west.
Did you say you did your training in Mississippi before?
Pardon?
Did you do your training in Mississippi or was it New Orleans? I thought I heard you say it was Mississippi before.
You did your training in Biloxi, Mississippi.
No training there. All my training was out in Air Force airports. You know, that was my basic training.
Do you remember which camp it was?
I was only there for about 3 months. You know, we put through all kinds of
Just basic boot camp training?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And what year was that? Did you start your training?
That was in
When did you enlist?
what?
When did you enlist?
42's right. In 1942.
All right, so you did about 3 months of
Right.
basic training.
Right.
Okay. Did you go anywhere else for other types of training you had to do?
Oh, this athletic training.
Was that boot camp or pilot school?
That was training for put you in shape.
But where did you go to become a pilot?
Pilot was Marfa Field. It's near someplace.
In Arizona?
Huh?
Arizona?
Arizona, right.
Okay.
And how long did that training last?
That runs 6 months.
Did you like that training?
We had three trainings. You had your small airplane, and 2 engine, and a 3 engine.
What type of plane did you learn to fly in?
That little Stearman, you call it Stearman, single engine. That little plane. In that picture there.
In here, there's one, Dad.
There is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So after all your training, where did you get sent to go overseas? Like
Naples, Italy, by boat. I took a boat.
I'm talking about in the United States where you boarded the ship to Naples.
Where did I leave from?
Yeah, yeah. To go over to Naples.
To go overseas. That I don't know. There's so many parts. My mind is in that direction right now.
Was it up somewhere up towards like New York or New Jersey or anywhere around?
I had all my training for 3 months. You had three places out west. But it seems like I left someplace from this is where they gathered everybody to go overseas.
Mm-hmm.
I went over there on a ship. I mean, they had all types of people in there. Women, I mean, men.
How long on the boat? How long did it take you to get to Naples by the boat? Like days?
Like what?
How many days did it take you to get to Naples, Italy, by the boat?
You know, I think 3 or 4 days.
Did you ever get seasick?
No.
So you had a strong stomach.
Right.
So when you arrived in Naples, what part was that? 44.
Right. Yeah. In training, while we went up there and went to other Trino fields, and we cut the power, and then they kick it, and we spin down the structure.
Do you remember what day was your first mission, or no?
No, I don't. I don't remember that. There's only 2, and then the war was over.
So you didn't start your bombing missions until late into the war.
Right, end of the war. End of the war. It was about. Actually, I was flying before that quite a bit, training and that. But I only actually flew two missions. One was a bomber, and the other one was a gunner. Yeah.
So were both the bombing missions over Germany?
Pardon?
Were the bombing missions, both of them, over Germany?
No, it was just south of Italy.
So you said one was in Germany, correct? One of your missions.
No, both of them. It was over south of Germany.
South of Germany.
Dad, were they in Germany or were they in Italy? What were you bombing in? Were you bombing things in Italy or in Germany?
No, I'm trying to remember. Well, I'd have to look up and see which one. I mean, they were small, and I don't know offhand which one was. But it was only 2. It was only about. I was only over there about. I was in training back over there. I was training. I flew up into Germany. Well, I mean, that was quite a ways. That was just a. So we were flying, but it was probably, I was over there probably about 2 months, and I was in the first mission.
Did you ever encounter any German jets?
No. At that time, we were flying low, and we were bombing the factories and things down below.
How high up were you?
Oh, we were 2,000 feet.
Oh, that's low. That's very low.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever hear any stories from pilots seeing unexplained lights in the sky?
Like what?
Unexplained lights in the sky.
Yeah.
Or what have you ever heard of the Foo Fighters?
No.
That's what they called the UFOs during World War II. Unidentified flying objects.
Huh.
Because that's that's.
What were they in Germany?
All over. Towards
over?
the near the ending of the war, there were sightings over Germany, France, Italy, even the Pacific Theater.
And what did they call them?
Foo Fighters.
Oh, fighters.
Foo.
Oh,
FOO, and then fighters. They had different sightings. They light, like different colored lights that could move unexplainably fast.
Okay.
I always have to ask that if I ever meet a pilot, because I like that stuff too as well. So after the war ended, you were taking care or take control of the German prisoners? Or you had the...
I came back to the States and to finish up 2 years of school, Bloomington.
Mm-hmm.
I still had 2 years to go. See, at Bloomington to get my degree, and then when I was there, I went with the Armstrong Core Company in New York,
Mm-hmm.
and they interviewed me and they sent me to New Orleans at that time. So I worked in New Orleans.
While you were in Italy, when the war was over, you flew German prisoners to Casablanca, right?
Right.
How many German prisoners did you fly?
Oh, those I think I flew 4.
They never gave you any trouble?
There was any. The war was over. Yeah, right. Yeah, on one of them, in Naples, there, I lost an engine there, and another over Africa. I had a sandstorm, and the sand was filling up the engine, and you could see that thing just kind of slow down. And I climbed up higher out of it. I thought we were going to lose the airplane.
All you saw was sand.
Yeah. Well, the sand was all blown, but it come up just like that, and just going right by. I mean, little pebbles of sand. Gee.
So when did you get back to the States?
No, I can't remember. It was 95. I think it was 40. It didn't indicate on there Naples, and Naples, and
Well, yeah, but that is.
well, it was 94.
Write that on there. Here, right here.
1945. That's
Yeah,
right.
1945.
1945.
How did you feel when you came home from the war? Like, did you feel great about your service, or how did they treat you?
I went back to Bloomington, and of course I forgot about everything else. I become a playboy. No, I just want to get a degree.
Before the war started, where were you when Pearl Harbor happened?
Yeah, but what?
Where were you when Pearl Harbor happened?
Pearl Harbor? I wasn't in Pearl Harbor.
No, I'm talking about where were you at?
Where was that last?
Where were you at when that happened?
In Naples. Well, I came back on a boat.
Were you still in the United States at the time? That was before the war started.
How the war started?
This happened, 41.
Yeah, right.
1941. The war didn't start.
I was in college.
How did you feel about it?
Well, I wanted to join, but I want to be a pilot.
Were you always fascinated with flying?
Yeah, I just loved it. I mean, at that age, you just like to do it. And then, of course, and a couple of these fellows are, they're 29, 30. You have bombardiers here.
So you're the last living survivor of your plane, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Wow.
See.
Wow.
I was captain. This was the co-pilot. This over here is my navigator. This was middle gunner. This is my engineer. This is my gunner. He's a side gunner. And the other two were the side gunners.
Is this your first time ever talking about the war?
Yeah.
How does it feel to talk about it?
Well, I'm beginning to forget it a little bit. My head is,
Yeah.
I'm getting confused.
Does it make you feel proud of your service? Does
Yeah.
it?
But the thing is, after you graduate from it, and I went back to college, and that was a lot of fun going to college.
Have you ever been on the honor flight?
Anyway,
The honor flight?
no.
You guys heard of it, right?
Yeah, we talked about it
Okay.
about 5 years ago, and just taking the time to do it
No. Yeah. I
to the wall, and it's a long day.
Yeah, I mean, if he's ever interested in going, I know the honor flight out in Fort Wayne and Indy. I know people I can get a hold of.
Yeah, we so my son's an Eagle Scout. One of the guys in the scout group has been there 2 or 3 times, Scott Dickerson, and he said, "Hey, if you your dad wants to go, I'll take him." And we just never, and of course now, you can turn that off.